This is McCook's Mr. Bill. It's an honor to have you here. Out here doing a day labor, but I got a few minutes to talk to you and tell you a story. See, I've carried a knife all my life. Good blade is worth its weight in gold out here on the ranch, and it gives you security in your pocket when you're walking up an alley going to the bakery in the middle of the night, I'm here to tell you. But with that in mind, I've had a number of people throughout my life come up to me and proudly pull out their knife and push the button, and it's a spring-loaded Swtich Blade. And boy, it flips out in a blink of an eye. With that in mind, though, I immediately tell them you're a fool for carrying a Swtich Blade. It's against the law. It's a federal offense to carry a Swtich Blade. You're looking at possibly 5 years in prison for having a Swtich Blade. 5 years. No matter how you defend yourself, if you're breaking the law, even if you survive the attack, you're going to be facing the feds, and they have no mercy. None. And I tell this story. When I was a kid, I listened to late night radio in the evening before I'd go to bed after a hard day's work on the farm. And I heard a newscaster talking about a woman back east, big city, and she went come out of the building and went over to her car, and a man, he jumped out of the shadows and he had a knife in his hand. No question he had plans of raping her, maybe killing her. She reached in her purse and she pulled out a Swtich Blade and flipped out the blade. Now apparently she had had a wee bit of training, I'm here to tell you, because she cut him up pretty good. Now don't get me wrong, she was also bleeding and cut, but he ran off. He ran off. Of course, I've never seen a knife fight when both sides didn't get cut. Both sides didn't get cut. You bet. Knife fight is a dirty thing. If you've ever seen anything like it, I have. With that in mind, though, she went to the police, reported the attack, and they said, "Can we see your knife that you defended yourself with?" And she pulled out her Swtich Blade. They immediately arrested her, and she was charged. Luckily, she didn't get the 5-year prison sentence, federal. She got 3 years federal prison sentence. Hard time she got for protecting herself from a rape with an illegal weapon. Now, if they did that back in the 1960s, you think they're going to have any more mercy for you today in America with the federal government we've got now? Really? You might want to think twice about that. This is the same federal government that arrested and was going to put an 83-year-old woman in prison for 5 years just because she told her neighbor that she spoke with the FBI. Didn't tell them what it was about, just said, I got to talk to the FBI. And they're going to put her in prison for 5 years. So when you're coming to a knife or any kind of combat that you're thinking about defending yourself with, make god-awful sure that it's legal. Make awful sure it's legal. And you don't really need a Swtich Blade when these little easy open knives flip open that quick. You don't need an illegal Swtich Blade. This is McCook's Mr. Bill. Rate this film. Yes. Yes, ma'am.